It's Wednesday, y'all. Yo, what's happening? It's Wild Take Wednesday, and it's your boy Eli Pett, and I gotta tell y'all, I got a good one today. All right, let's get into it. All right, so let me ask y'all a question. Who y'all got winning the NFC North? And I know it's easy to say Detroit, right? Like, you can easily say the Lions, and right, they're so stacked. But I'm going with a different approach.
It's Chicago, nigga!
Welcome to the party. It's Chicago!
The Chicago, nigga!
A dark horse in the North. I got Chicago as a dark horse in the North, man. I know, don't crucify me. Now I'm gonna start by saying this. I know that Chicago finished last in the division last year with a 4-12 record. I do also understand that this was the most winning division in football with 3 different playoff teams. I don't think Chicago's gonna flat out just win the division. I don't think the division's up for grabs. But Chicago's made some key additions this offseason that I'm telling you, really making them scary. But before we get into that, let's talk about Chicago's roster and see what they have to work with. Last year, their rookie Caleb Williams, former first overall pick, completed 62% of his passes where he had 3,500 yards, 20 touchdowns, and 16 interceptions. You know, a little high in the turnover rate, but the problem really is he was the most hit quarterback in the league. That's the real issue. Caleb Williams was sacked 68 times last year. Most sacked quarterback in the league. That's 16 more sacks than CJ Stroud, almost a sack extra a game than the second most sacked quarterback. Hey, Chicago offensive line gotta be one of the worst of all time. Hey, Caleb Williams is back there getting hit like a tow truck. Hey, Caleb Williams is back there getting hit like some of y'all girls off Bottomless Mimosa. Bro is back there getting WWE slam. This dude Caleb Williams is average getting sacked 4 times a game. That's once a quarter. God damn. So to say the absolute least, the offensive line definitely needs to get addressed in this offseason. And they did that. And they addressed the O-line by trading for guys like Joe Thunley and Jonah Jackson, which they acquired via trades from the Chiefs and the Rams. They also went inside the top-ranked center, Drew Dalman, Falcon legend, where they signed to a fat contract in free agency. So to say the least, the offensive line was addressed. So that should open it up for guys like
to Swift. Look at Swift. Take it to the Washington side of the 50. Down the sideline he goes, and he's galloping home for the game's first touchdown.
DeAndre Swift was not back there getting swift. He had an all-purpose 1,345 yards. He almost cracked 1,000 rushing yards. He also had 42 catches, making him a threat in the pass game. DeAndre also had 6 touchdowns. They were all rushing, didn't have any receiving. The Bears also got a solidified number 1 in DJ Moore, who almost had 100 catches, almost had 1,000 yards, and he also had 6 touchdowns. Rookie receiver last year, Rome Odunze, wasn't too bad either. He had 54 catches for 734 yards and 3 touchdowns. I like him to open up and get into a little bit more of his bag his second year as a wide receiver. They also had a couple receivers like Olamide Zaccheaus in free agency. Olamide had 45 catches, 500 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Chicago picked up the offensive mastermind that they stole from the Detroit Lions in the division. Them boys went and grabbed themselves their head coach and their future, Ben Johnson. That guy's one of the most creative offensive coordinators in the league today. You saw how he used guys like Amon, Jameer, Dave Montgomery, Jameson Williams, Sam Laporta. He was able to get those guys and spread the ball around in so much creativity. We've seen his aggressiveness with him and Dan Campbell going for it on 4th down. Not sure if Chicago's going to go into a mix like that. We've also seen his creativeness with the trick plays and how he sets it up. It's going to get real spooky in Chicago.
It's Chicago, nigga!
On the defensive side of the ball, they got a few little guys, plug-in pieces here and there that are, you know, on paper doing all right. But as a unit, they weren't doing too well last year. They had 3 guys combined for over 100 tackles. Kevin Byard, TJ Edwards, and Tremaine Edmonds. So Chicago kind of struggled a little bit to get to the passer. They weren't the worst, but they weren't the best at it. They kind of sit around the middle of the pack, tying them 9th in total numbers with 40. Sits about 16th in the league, or like I said, right around the middle of the pack. Montez Sweat, who they acquired via trade from the Washington Commanders, he was their sack leader last year, and Montez only had 5.5 sacks. They were definitely a sack by committee team, but like I said, 40 wasn't a crazy number or anything like that. Ben Johnson was able to help the pass rush with the acquisition of Grady Jarrett in free agency from the Atlanta Falcons, Falcon legend. Grady did have a down year last year, only having 2.5 sacks. I look for that to improve in this new system here in Chicago. He'll definitely help out the D-line. He's more of an interior 3-down D tackle who can also play the outside as well. Literally since day one, Ben Johnson came into this organization and started making moves. I think with all these additions and the mastermind like Ben Johnson, that the Chicago Bears will be the team with the scheme. Everyone's going to be looking at them as the underdog, but slowly but surely they'll become the team to beat. So what do y'all think, man? You agree? Disagree? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to give it a like, subscribe, share. Send this video to your mama. Your mama want to hear this. Your mama needs to know about Ben Johnson.